Following the harrowing details of Josh Duggar's charges, many eyes turned to his pregnant wife. We have repeatedly emphasized that Anna Duggar is a victim of a cult that has robbed her of choices. Unfortunately, it now appears that she has also been robbed of any sense at all. Anna is said to be in total denial about Josh and believes that he was set up by President Biden. Grimly, Anna Duggar believes that her husband is a good person, all evidence to the contrary. An inside source close to the Duggar family spoke to The Sun. Anna is in denial, the insider reported. Jim Bob is telling people she's defending Josh, and Anna is no longer speaking to most of the family. Jim Bob said she blames him and wife Michelle for Josh's arrest, the source added. Up to a point, Anna seems to feel similarly to how many outsiders do when it comes to Jim Bob's role in this. Anna feels it all stems from how they dealt with his previous molestation scandal, the insider explained. The source specified that they are referring to after he assaulted his sisters. But that is where Anna's views and those of the rest of the world part ways. She also thinks that this case is a conspiracy theory against her husband, the insider revealed. According to the source, Anna believes that Josh was set up by the Biden administration. She believes that if Donald Trump were still in power, this would not be happening, the insider shared. According to the source, Anna is Team Josh and refuses to believe he's done anything wrong. Given the right motivations, people can convince themselves of almost anything. Before we get into the conspiracy theory part of that, let's look at the first part of the insider's info. Anna is clashing with Josh's extended family, and specifically she blames Jim Bob and Michelle for their actions when Josh first was caught preying on little girls at 14. When most people talk about blaming Jim Bob and Michelle for this, they mean something different. People talk about how the cult was the perfect hunting down for a budding predator like Josh, and he's hardly the only one. And obviously, covering up his crimes instead of sending him to get actual help was the wrong choice in many ways. But it sounds like Anna's reasons for blaming Jim Bob and Michelle for how they responded to that are different. Does she think that then Senator Joe Biden snuck into their Arkansas home a couple of decades ago and hypnotized little girls to blame Josh? Or does she think that Jim Bob should have done a better job of covering up Josh's crimes then so that they could never come out? It's unclear how we should interpret this third-hand account of Anna's thoughts on the matter. Anna gave Jim Bob a piece of her mind, who told someone close to him, who told The Sun. How many hands is that? And did she arrive at these conclusions on her own, or is she just believing any absurd thing that Josh tells her? Regardless, it's hard to believe that anyone would believe that these charges are impossible, unless of course that person doesn't believe that Josh's past crimes took place. Either that, or Anna actually believes that he has changed. Like we said, people can convince themselves of all kinds of things. This is especially true when that person has lived their entire life in an oppressive cult. Obviously, the more outlandish part of the report is Anna's apparent belief in a setup. The idea that President Joe Biden or his administration are somehow targeting the Duggars is laughable for multiple reasons. Firstly, it seems unlikely that the president has any idea who Josh is. Secondly, and more to the point, the question would be why. Anna or any fellow member of that or any fundamentalist cult could give the same answer, but the answer will only make sense to them. See, though there are elements within mainstream Christianity, evangelicals and fundamentalists in particular keep to a belief Christians are persecuted. They believe that this is a very real problem facing American Christians in particular. Non-Christian Americans, as a general rule, wouldn't even know how to begin to persecute 70% of the population. But for those with extreme beliefs, this is easily explained. They believe that most Christians are asleep and not paying attention to this clear persecution targeting true believers. Once you believe that you and your close associates are the most special and select in all the land, it's easy. Surely you think the only people who are doing religion right in the whole world must be a threat to the devil and also to secularism. By that logic, you're definitely being oppressed, no matter how little evidence for it there may be. There is a third reason that Anna's comical theory doesn't hold water, and it's almost an afterthought. But all of this, from the downloading of the disgusting criminal material to the initial investigation and the raid, started in 2019. Now, who was in the Oval Office back then? Disgraced former President Donald Trump, that's who. In Anna's mind, maybe this ludicrous conspiracy theory with no basis in reality is the only way to make this make sense. The alternative would be to accept that she has 6 going on 7 children with a pedophile. In that view, many would find it preferable to believe that they aren't stuck in a marriage to a monster, but to a victim of a sinister plot. It's easy to look at this report and say that the worst part of it is that Jim Bob is the good guy, at least relatively speaking, since this report implies that Anna is clashing with him on the grounds that he believes that Josh is guilty. But the real worst part is thinking about Anna, her whole life in a cult, her brain broken, and about to be a mother of 7. That's it for now, thank you for watching, please subscribe to stay tuned.